There's a town in the world where every single person falls asleep at the same time every day. And no, it's not one of those sleepy little towns where everyone's drunk all the time. This is a real place, and it's happening for real. You might be thinking this is some sort of weird Twilight Zone episode that has taken place in the middle of nowhere, but you'd be wrong. This mysterious town is located in the country of Kazakhstan. It's called Kalachi, and it has a population of around 60,000 people. Residents of this town go about their daily lives like anyone else until around 10 p.m., when they start to feel an overwhelming urge to sleep. Within minutes, every single person in this town is fast asleep. They sleep all night and then wake up in the morning just in time for work. This cycle repeats itself every single day, and it's been going on for decades. People have been sleeping in this town at the exact same time for as long as anyone can remember. Now you're probably wondering what the hell is going on here. How could this possibly be happening to all these people? Well, that's what the scientists are trying to figure out. One theory is that there's a toxic gas in the air that is putting everyone to sleep. Another theory is that it's the water that's to blame. And still, another theory is that it's all in people's heads. Maybe the entire town is suffering from some sort of mass hysteria. What makes this case even more bizarre is that scientists have been studying it for decades, and they still don't have any answers. The first time that outsiders took notice of this strange phenomenon was back in the Soviet Union. Back then, it was just a small village of around 200 people. It wasn't until the 1960s that scientists began to study it in earnest. They came up with the hypothesis that there was a toxic gas in the air, but they never managed to identify the gas or figure out where it was coming from. In the early 1980s, the Soviet government built a large research facility near the village. They wanted to study the phenomenon in a more controlled environment, but despite their best efforts, they were unable to replicate the sleeping sickness in the lab. All they knew was that whatever was causing this was only affecting the people of this one village. No one else in the region was affected, so it wasn't some sort of widespread environmental contamination. But here's where things get really strange. In 1989, the entire village was relocated. Every single person was moved to a different town, and their houses were burned to the ground. Scientists then decontaminated the area and rebuilt the village from scratch. They moved the people back in, and everything seemed normal for a while. But within months, people began falling asleep at the same time again. So if it was the environment that was causing this, why did it start up again after they rebuilt? And if it was psychological, why did it affect the people even after they moved to a different town entirely? Well, we may never know the answers to these questions, because this phenomenon has never been properly explained. There are a lot of theories out there, but no one knows for sure what is going on in this town. Some researchers believe that it could be a genetic disorder that affects everyone in the town. Others believe that it could be caused by a rare type of bacteria. But as far as we know, no one has ever died from this sleeping sickness. It's not like a normal sleeping sickness where you might miss a day of school or work. These people are able to function normally for 12 hours a day, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. Imagine going to work, doing your job, interacting with people, and then suddenly being overcome with an urge to sleep. You try to fight it, but it's no use. Within minutes, you're fast asleep. That would be pretty terrifying if it happened to you. But for the people of this town, it's just a part of everyday life. So what should you do if you find yourself in a town where everyone sleeps at the same time? As far as we know, nothing bad will happen. You might lose a few hours of productivity, but ultimately it shouldn't affect your health. Just make sure you get some sleep before 10 p.m. Otherwise, you might end up sleeping through your entire next day. Town where nobody wakes up or check out. What if everyone on Earth suddenly fell asleep?